You're listening to ConsciousOne.com founder Scott Martineau interview one of Conscious One's influential authors about their books, the ideas behind the books, and their inspiration. Find out more about Scott and the numerous Conscious One authors at www.ConsciousOne.com.
I apologize for our late start tonight. That's my fault. This is Scott Martineau of Conscious One. I was just chatting with our guest tonight, Sonia Choquette, in the virtual green room, and I was just getting everything ready for our call tonight. We are going to be talking with Sonia about her course and program, True Balance, that we have in Conscious One. I want to thank all of you for joining us, and especially for that 14 or 15 of you that dialed in somewhere at 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the hour. I thank you for your enthusiasm, your dedication, and your participation in the call tonight. I want to let you know how you participate in tonight's call. It's very, very simple. All you do is hit star 1 on your telephone, and you're going to be put into a queue. In just a second, don't do it right this second. Just wait just a second or two. I'm going to let my operators get ready so that they can allow you to do that. There's a couple of protocol items that we ask for you to follow when you ask a question tonight. All you do is, I'll state your name when you get in the queue. We'll welcome you to the call if you'll tell us your birthday, and then ask your question. That's kind of the protocol for tonight's call, and if you'll abide by that, we'll appreciate it tremendously, and we'll get to a lot more of you tonight. The other thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned was tonight's call is recorded. We record it so that in case for some reason you can't make the call live like it is tonight, we get a chance to give it to you in its recorded version, generally about 24 hours afterwards. The other reason we record the call is we want you to go back and replay this call and listen to it and listen to what Sonia has to say, because it applies not only when she's talking directly to you, but there's a lot of wisdom on this line each night when we get together. And even though you might not be the person directly asking the question, I guarantee you there's a reason you're on the call, and the information that's conveyed tonight applies to you in your life, and you'll be able to utilize it. And so we record it, put it in your member profile so you can listen to it at your leisure. Let's see, those are the main items that I have to go over. Go ahead, the operators are telling me it's okay. Go ahead and hit star 1 if you want to get in the queue. That lets me know how many of you are there, and I can pace the call appropriately. Fortunately for tonight, in just a few minutes, you'll get rid of me, or I will fade into the background. You actually won't get rid of me. And the call will be taken over by you and one of my favorite people in the world, Sonia Choquette. Sonia, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Scott. It's exciting to be here.
You know, it's wonderful to be here. And on a personal note, I want to let you know that you've always been near and dear to my heart, but in particular, the work that we've talked about in your Creating Your Heart's Desire and in the True Balance course have gotten me through a difficult time in my life, and one of the ways I've gotten through is by keeping my heart open and remembering those great words that I lead a charmed life and no apologies for it. So while we haven't spoke, I want to let you know that you've influenced me in a particularly good time and a particularly difficult time in my life.
Well, I appreciate that, Scott. I really try to provide people the tools that will help them ride the waves of life, and not just the good times of life, but the times where we really are invited to grow.
Well, there's been some very, very strong surfing going on down here in Destin, Florida, and I appreciate the way that you've helped out. Now, we're talking about True Balance tonight, and I wanted to start off our call on the first section in True Balance, and I wanted to focus on the first chakra, which you call the balanced foundation, that kind of comes from the tailbone area. The second chakra, which we talk about as balanced vitality, which is that lower abdomen area. And the third chakra, which you talk about as the balanced sovereignty, which is really located in the solar plexus area. And as we start out tonight, what do you want us focusing on with those first three chakras as a way of getting started with this first True Balance call?
Well, it's extremely important to understand that your chakra system is an energetic system that aligns with your physical body so that it can really support you living a spiritual and spiritedly sound life. So when we're working on the chakras, what we're doing is we're energetically putting our physical self and our conscious, emotional, and mental self into alignment with our spirit.
You have just listened to a portion of an author interview with Scott Martineau of ConsciousOne.com. If you enjoyed listening to this author answer intimate questions about their motivation and ideas, visit www.ConsciousOne.com for more. You can get more information on the authors, choose from several inspirational products, and view unique Wisdom Flash videos. Visit www.ConsciousOne.com.